warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. They'll swing this out to Tony. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give them this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. There for the tackle was Trent McDuffie.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And this one's incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing, Mayfield. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Jason Myers on for field goal. A 35-yard.
Myers' kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They won in 6, but they got 3 in the early middle.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little bit, didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Second and 8 coming from the 19. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. And the slot man goes in motion left. Eluding the pressure right. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Now receiver in motion left. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed. He not only gets the 1st down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Extra point on So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. A fairly short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 17-0 our score after 1. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. What a career he continues to have. That catch is number 815. That ties him with Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe.
And just think about this. The only people ahead of him in the tight end position in catches, Antonio Gates, Jason Witten, and Tony Gonzalez. You catch 815 passes as a tight end in the NFL, call your tailor and get measured for the gold jacket.
On first down, Mahomes. That went into the hands of Tony downfield. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs get a bit closer.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
17, Chiefs 7. Harrison Butker to kick
Now
off
after the
14.
touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they want it.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. They decide now to go for 2 after the penalty. The ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
14. Harrison Butker to kick off 4 Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Nwangwu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, it's Cook again. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Straight, and he loses the football a second time. And I think the Chiefs have it, they do. Second time in this first half now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
And both times I think they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Mahomes to throw. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Rolling to his right. Catch is made by Hardman. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman from 17 yards out. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Chiefs 21, Vikings 17. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
And he's got some space here. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield on play action. And that is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 49-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. When tapping those toes, he tried to get both inbounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Chiefs 28, Vikings 17. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Nwangu now from his end zone. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half, but when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mayfield looks to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And some space here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 37. Boy, Dalvin Cook just so explosive in the open field. He's not a small guy either, but once he gets those legs churning, look out.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
2nd and 7.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
16-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Mayfield to throw it. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
First and goal.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll run with Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are back within a score. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Now receiver in motion left. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken from about the 12.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Cohen gets it again on second. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Mayfield on first down. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Mayfield. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Intercepted by the Chiefs.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They run the jet sweep now for Tony. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
2nd and goal from the 1. Cohen. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Finding Hardman here over the middle. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Following the interception, Mayfield. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't roll it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Oh, into a sea of defenders, had intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And boy, they start thinking about burning these timeouts. They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field. And they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it out past the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Mayfield's throw complete to Reagor. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line.
38-yard line.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Baker. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. They'll try the middle with Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 69 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Again, it's Cook. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run for it with Cook. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. Charles, what a big drive late in the 4th quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't scored a point in the 4th quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Mahomes. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job in knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
1st down, Chiefs.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Mahomes will throw. Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talking about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they thought they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Minnesota, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.